it's Kristin. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I wanted to share with you what a lot of these goodies ended up making. So thanks for coming by. Today I'm going to share with you the card that I made for Craft Roulette episode 258. That's right, 258. Woo-hoo! That is so exciting. The parameters for that week's Craft Roulette was card for someone special, fruit colors, critters, and use pencil. Well, let's go ahead and talk about these things. I had some ink. Now I know fruit colors don't normally come in brown, maybe the outside of coconut, but I considered the brown more of a neutral in this case, so I think it kind of counts. Lots of lovely citrus comes in orange. So again, some more brown, a little citrus. Oh, look at this, quite a handful of pencils, perhaps in some citrusy type colors, and along with the neutral of gray. Water brush, my fabulous bleed-proof white, and from the Stance of Life, as being part of their Fold It Club, the Fold It for March was this potted plant Fold It die set. Absolutely enjoy this one more than I thought I would. It's 2-piece die and is currently the one available, but only until March 23rd, 2025, because starting the next day on March 24th, the new one comes out. I'll link below some information about that in case you have any questions or do want to check out the Fold It Club. Even if it is after that time frame, you can always check out the stampsoflife.com. That is their website, and you can always see what the current Fold It of the Month Club is as well. As an added benefit to the Fold It Club, you also get 2 stencils. And for this stencil that came with the potted plant, it was this kind of leafy, ferny looking one, but I keep this in mind. And for this month also came with this kind of fun fan stencil as well. Now, a previous Fold It of the month was this sassy bird. I have not used her yet, but I bet there'll be a Craft Roulette episode coming up that will certainly feature this. What I really enjoyed about the Sassy Bird one was the stencil that came with it that particular month. It's called Wonky Rectangle, and I just really wanted to use it and hadn't come across an idea yet. But this week's parameters, I think, fit the bill pretty nicely. I also had this older set back when Stamps of Life was with Sizzix, mainly for the little ladybug that was in here because, I did need some critters, so I went with these as my critters. Why these 2 here? Oh, red certainly would work with fruit colors, but they were just a bit too shiny and a bit too red for my cards, so I recut them out using a different color. Think pink grapefruit, and you shall see. 1, 2, 3. Here is my wonderful, fantastic card. Well, I hope you find it fantastic. Or shall I say, plantastic. Typical A2 size card, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. This time I did do the side fold or book fold, but not book binding, just a regular fold. You can see that cute little plant that was in the background. I did, again, keep the neutral color, same with like the white. Although stretchy pants, I could have gone with the white for either coconut or the pith of some of the citrus colors. So the greens, the yellows, the orange, very citrusy. Here's that leaf stencil I talked about. I used that on the pot for the plant. Now I did use some brighter orange cardstock for the rim and the bottom of the plant holder. I'm not sure what you would call that part, so the water doesn't leak out. But it was just a bit too orange. Team Orange, how could I ever say such a thing? But I went ahead, and that's where the bleed-proof white ink kind of came in as I went ahead and inked over that orange. I thought that was kind of toned it down some, as well as to help bring in the white that was on the card base. For my pencil requirement, I went ahead and colored the background with that wonky stencil. Just pretty much went around the stencil and kind of colored it in with the different colors. While these are the watercolored pencils, I didn't use water on them. I just kept them as like a regular pencil. So as long as the card doesn't get wet, or as long as nobody licks it, we're good to go. There's those cute little critter ladybugs. I did use them out of a pink paper, but did go over them with my Kitsch Flamingo watercolor pencil as well, just to liven up the pink. And that's where I added the darker gray, because I didn't quite want a full black, but I think that went all right. Have a Plantastic Day banner sentiment is from Sassy's LLC in one of her emergency card kits. I'll make sure to link that one below as well. And then for the final little touch, I had these clay little hearts in my stash, so I went ahead and included those. Well, thank you again for stopping by. I hope you quite enjoyed this card. Again, this was made for Craft Roulette, episode 258, where the parameters were card for someone special, check, fruit colors, check, critters, check, and use pencil. Oh, many, many, many checks on that one. Have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.